Hi guys, it's Nicole Jones from the British Show Jumper, and it is beautiful out there this morning. I've been out riding and then I've just had a couple of patients in clinic. It is a Sunday, but this person really hurt themselves, so I said, right, don't worry, I'll come on in and see you. But yeah, make sure you get out there today, guys, because it is absolutely amazing. Don't put it off for tomorrow. Just get on and ride and get it done. But when I was coming home, I put on this is going to sound really boring now because you probably didn't imagine Nicole Jones, aka the British Show Jumper, is watching Andy Marr on a Sunday, but I do quite like the politics sometimes, and my other half was watching it, but there was something that made me really angry, and I'm going to go a little bit off topic of the British Show Jumper, but it is something that I really believe in, and I think it's something that would be helpful for you to hear, so I'm going to say, and there was a lady on there called Ellie May, and she's from some kind of newspaper, and they were running a story about I think his name's Jim Ratcliffe, and they've released the top the richest list or something, and we've got a guy from Britain, and he's self-made, so that means that he didn't get his money from his parents. He actually created it himself through building businesses and working. And this lady, she really got my back up, because you know, anyone who gets to that level where they're making billions and millions and they're self-made, you know, they didn't get there by accident. They didn't get there just by, because she was basically saying that he'd got there by taking advantage of exploiting workers, and something about working conditions, and the wage that he was giving them. Now, that's all well and good, and I agree that we should be making sure that we have good wages and that we're protecting staff here. But for her to say that about someone that she doesn't know, has never met, you know, that man, I think she said he had 800 jobs. That man is supporting all of those families, okay? And in business, you have to make difficult decisions, but if he wasn't there, none of those people would have jobs, and he's supporting thousands of jobs, not just the people that he's employing, but also when he goes out for dinner, he's paying for the food. So that's then the whole supply chain of how that food gets to the restaurant. He's also supporting the waitress that he may tip. He's also supporting the hotel industry if he's going for business meetings. He's also, you know, buying clothes, buying cars, huge industries. And there is no shortage of money. I mean, you need to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and you also need to read Money by, I can't remember his name, but I'll put a link on this video, because the attitudes to money, guys, we've got it all wrong. Everybody, you live in the UK, like the UK, you have access to the internet. Anybody in the UK has the potential to make millions online. So why people are scrapping and you know, being nasty about these people who are making all this money, it doesn't mean that they are just exploiting everybody else. Everybody has the potential to do that, and it really bugs me when she's judging him and being nasty about him when she probably has never even met the guy. And actually, well, if she cares so much about it, why doesn't she create an empire? Why doesn't she try and build a business like I'm trying to build, that can then support hundreds of families, and also not only that, but then support patients as well? But in other industries, you know, she could be actually, if she wants to pay people double the minimum wage, then why isn't she spending every single evening, every single weekend, taking risks financially to build an empire so that she can do that? And I just think that people don't understand what it goes into making that level of money. It's a huge amount of money, and I have a massive respect for him. And there is abundance of money, guys. Everyone sort of has this kind of myth, well, what I believe is a myth, that, you know, there's a finite amount of money, and that if rich people are rich, poor people are poor. But it doesn't work like that. If you look at what poor people will do, if you give, and you see this all the time, look at the National Lottery, and people have spent all the money within two to 3 years, and it's blown, and then they're broke again. You know, when poor people get money, which I'm taking from Rich Dad Poor Dad, what they will do is they'll buy liability. So for example, if I give you £1,000 and you go out and you buy jobbers, material items, go to loads of shows, you know, that material stuff, it's going to go, and then it doesn't make you any more money. Whereas what rich mindset people will do is they will take that £1,000 and they'll say, right, okay, how can I make this £1,000 make more money? And so what they would do is they might put it into a training course that would then allow them to teach people. So if I gave you £1,000 and you went and you bettered yourself and you invested in yourself, then potentially you would earn more money out of that. Or you take that £1,000 and you put it into something that generates income. So you might decide to invest in a small business, or you might decide to buy a certain amount of bridles and then sell them for a slightly bigger price. But of course that takes work and effort, and there's nothing wrong with being an employee. We need people to be employees. So if you want to turn up for work and you want to go at 8 and then you want to go home at 6 o'clock, that's absolutely fine, but don't moan about the wage. If you want to moan about the wage, go away and actually create your own business and make the difference. But of course you then have to sacrifice your time, you have to take risk, you might fail, but then don't moan about it. So that really just wound me up a little bit, that she was saying there and sat there and you know, and dissing this person who, I mean, I don't know this person, I don't know if he's worked hard or not, but I can't imagine that you make millions or billions of pounds by sitting on your bottom and someone else doing it for you, because in my limited experience it doesn't work like that. And I just feel that, you know, particularly younger people, I don't mean that to be mean to younger people, but so often now people are just like expecting things to come to them, and what you don't realize is the potential. We are living in the best time. Like, honestly, you have no idea how exciting it is being at this conference in America, seeing these people making millions. They're like 23, 24 years old just by using systems which are very straightforward. You don't have to be you know, massively intelligent. You know, I'm not massively intelligent. I just understand that to make that kind of money you have to sacrifice, and a lot of people aren't prepared to do that. But if you're the sort of person who's prepared to do that, then apply it to your riding. I'm not just using this as an example for business. Think about the riding. You know, people always say, oh, but they've got, you know, a horse that's worth £200,000. Well, even if a horse is worth £200,000, those people, do you think Mark Dodd got to where he was by sitting on his bum not doing anything? Like, it just doesn't happen. At Piggy French, you look at the years and years that she's trained, all of the, you know, the things that she's given up to sacrifice to be the best rider that she can be. And so I want you to go away, guys, and think about that, and actually have a serious chat with yourself and think, am I doing enough? Am I actually pushing myself to my full potential? And you might be the sort of person that is happy to go along at a certain level for the whole of your life, and there's no problem with that. That's absolutely fine. But for those people who actually want to achieve their potential, so they have that self-esteem, so they feel great within themselves, those are the sort of people who I consider queenies. Those are the sort of people who I want in the British Show Jumper Pro, because if we can help each other, if we can build this movement of people who feel the same, then we're going to be able to support each other and push each other further forward and hopefully achieve success together. So anyway, sorry, little rant there, guys. I'll catch you later. Any questions, make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and the podcast will be coming out soon. But yeah, just stay in the community, and if you're interested in going through on the 12-week program, which I organise, then just click on the link for the British Show Jumper Pro. All right, guys, take care. Bye.